Yeah, which will be the first time there's been 14 menfolk all singing together. There's been various different permutations over the past 5 years or however long they've been in existence.
Okay.
So, some people have left, other people have joined over the course of the years, but it's been the first time 14 of us all singing together.
Are you reading in the year?
We may not want to attention.
Throwing away the time.
Oh, that would be a good one to learn then.
Are you gathering up the tears?
Well, I'm ready.
Hold up. Have you had enough of mine? Well, there you are.
Oh, the verses have been a bit trickier to do in 4-part harmony.
Yes.
You know, they all think I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, so it would be very difficult if I dressed up as a man. I'm not going to continue with that.
This conversation can't stop now.
It's down to British girls, they all see me as one of them, you see, so I can't possibly go with the male stereotype.
No, it's true.
I would get, I might be having a box cut off.
Existentially, they were all masquerading as ourselves. I don't think.
So have you all moved elsewhere?
Some of us have.
I couldn't face it here.
We were all Hebden residents at some point.
Yes.
I'm living down in Bristol now.
Join anywhere.
Pretty close to Bristol.
Yeah. But we've all been
Internet Explorer again.
dragged out of singing retirement to come and do one last gig together. We should all grow massive beards and have fur coats on and sing on the rooftop.
That might be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Last time I grew a beard, it was stringy here, and stringy here, and stringy there.
This is about a week, probably. But yes, it gets cut back about once every week.
Very good.
You've got to hold your breath and strain, push it out.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Menfolk waits. Exactly. Come on, get those brains working. That really is the sorriest lot of
Adverse winds.
I think I've ever seen. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now we've got our soft palate warmed up.
Back there?
About there. And another one. Okay, right. Piff, can you...
C'est moi.
The difficulty is these curtains, right? So Piff, can you stand?
These curtains go back any further.
I think that's probably too much to try and organise right now.
Yeah.
Too much, you got to be joking.
Jammy, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
That was Brava Jamie. That was a real Georgian song, and it's a toasting song. In Georgia, people drink a lot of wine, so there are lots of opportunities for toasting and lots of different Brava Jamies. It's for good health and a long life.
This week I've run out of contributors for a picture, so I've used my own, and the story is how it came to be. For the purposes of variety, I've asked my neighbour to read out this item.
Hello, I'm Skip.
I'll let them tell it in the first person just to keep things interesting.
Have you ever lodged? That is, have you ever been a lodger? It's an odd experience, sharing a life with someone for money. I imagine in some ways it's like being an au pair or a paid companion, but without the certainty. You belong, but you don't quite. That was my experience when I moved in with Andy in Peckham, in London. He had a 10-year-old son and a Brazilian ex-wife who lived in the tower block at the bottom of the street. Their relationship was acutely strained. On bonfire night, for reasons she knew best, she wouldn't let their son come to Andy's to have a small firework display. Andy told the boy to look out of the window at a designated moment and he would fire the rockets in his direction. There was no danger that they would hit anyone, but the boy would know that those explosions were his father's expression of emotion. I made myself absent from the house to allow the feelings to flow free. On another occasion, Andy found out about a free art class where materials were provided and time could be used as desired. He took me along. I was happy for the distraction. We drove to the class in the orange sun of an April evening. It was in a church hall in Waterloo. Inside, a range of ages and nationalities sat around in plastic chairs at trestle tables, their heads bent in concentration. I sat down and picked up a scratch and dip pen, loaded it with ink, grabbed a piece of blotting paper and brought the nib into play. I had nothing in my mind, so I simply drew what I saw directly in front of me. It was a Chinese girl cradling her head in her hand as she made marks on paper. That's it. I did my best to keep my eyes on the subject rather than the page, as any proper artist should. I drew for about 20 minutes, and once I'd finished with the details, swept a wet paintbrush over some of the flat planes to give them some form. It's now 10 years on. I still have the picture, and looking at it can evoke immediately the calming emotions I felt in that redirected church, surrounded by strangers, sitting near my landlord and housemate, Andy.